What's up, guys? I'm over here on my balcony just catching a vibe, and I was reflecting on the fact that it's been now 2 months since I've left New York City. Right now, I'm in North Carolina, and it's crazy because I genuinely left with no plan, no job lined up or anything. All I had was my business, and that's what I worked on for only for 2 months. And it's just crazy because it's all fueled by faith and faith in your capability of just being able to land on your feet and just to like figure it out. And the only way that you develop that faith to pull a move like that is genuinely by creating the person that doesn't miss. And it's been a beautiful process so far. I'm just eternally grateful for everybody that supported me along the way, everybody that's tuned in, and just, the overwhelming love that I felt from just one, God, two, the people that I love, three, my community, which I also love. But again, it just comes to show you that sometimes in life, like, you need to take that leap of faith. Because honestly, I was comfortable in New York. You can look back at my life. I was posting content the last year that I was teaching, and I was making over 100K. I had full benefits. I had so many vacation days, it's ridiculous. And but when you know something's not for you, you have to bow out, because something that a lot of people do and a lot of people trap themselves with is they create a reality where they're like, oh, like, I'm gonna stick it out for 20-30 years and I'm gonna be miserable and I'm gonna do it for the pension. And I just knew I did not want that for myself, and I know that a lot of people find themselves in that trap. And I knew it just couldn't be me. I had to risk it, and that's exactly what I did. Because it's so easy. I was, not even 30 years old making 100K in New York. Like, I was like that is comfortable. But again, I love teaching, but I just knew for a fact I didn't like the cold of New York. I grew up in New York. I was raised in New York. I know New York inside out. And over the last few years, I was just like, it's just a little bit too cold for me. So I was like, well, what am I really doing here if I don't like the weather? Like, we only get one of these lives. Why would I be somewhere that I genuinely do not like half the year? Which is the reason why I decided to leave. But it just comes to show you that you just have to lead in faith. And you have to lead in just your personal development and just continuing to invest into yourself and into your skills, because your skills is something that nothing and nobody can take away from you. It's kind of like a degree, right? And I would argue it's probably more valuable than a degree. A degree just helps you get into different doors and just to meet different people. But at the end of the day, it's skills. And there's a saying that I've always said that goes, what's the saying? I've always said it, but I forgot it. I actually got it from a close friend of mine. It's skills pay the bills. And that's just a fact, right? So if you have more and more skills, that is going to increase your capability of earning, right? So like something that I've had to learn in my business, because all business is based and founded on the same thing: sales. If you're not making sales, baby, you're not making money. And if your business is not making money, your business just went through the floor. So when you have a personal brand and when you are selling a product, whether it's a service or a product, it all comes down to sales. So if you learn the skill of sales, and sales is something that's been around since forever, like war. And if you hone in that skill and if you continue to develop it, like I'm doing it right now, like what am I doing over here? I'm just like, I'm not, trying to like close you or sell you, but in a way, this is content. I'm selling my ideas to get some of your time, right? So it's a sale. If you made it to this point of the video, it's because I've provided so much value that you have given me some more of your time, right? That's just the way that content works. But again, it's all based on sales. And if you learn how to sell, you can just, again, skills pay the bills. That's why it's so important. But anyway, going back to the point of just my process being here, and just, again, it always comes down to the same thing, guys. It's always one, having a desire for creating your dream life. Two, having faith that you have the capabilities and that you're being helped from above. And then three, massive action, and if you combine those three with gratitude for the present, everything else will line up. I promise you. It that's what worked for me, and all of you know my story. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. I genuinely left without a job. Like that's just a fact. But now we're here, and again, leading with gratitude. And as always, you got this. Whatever you're going through right now, turn that pain into a gain. You got this, guys. I believe in you. Let's go.